Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be getting into some more fall decor content. We're kind of getting into that fall season. I'm really starting to think a lot more about fall, and if you can see the room behind me, I really need to bring some warmth, some deep tones, some oranges, burgundies, just all the cozy warmness. Another thing you may notice, we have a lot of beige in this frame here. We did just paint this room yesterday. We finished up late last night. I'll leave the color that we used on the screen. This doesn't really do it much justice, but if you're curious, that's what it is. And we do plan on getting a new couch, which kind of blends in with the wall at the moment. We kind of have beige on beige right now, but we are definitely going to be changing that up hopefully soon. But like I said, today we're going to be doing more fall content. We're going to be going through all of my fall bins. I'm going to be decluttering out some of the pieces that I personally don't really love anymore, and I'm also going to be sharing with you some of my staple, most favorite pieces. All of them, for the most part, are affordable or thrifted, and I will link anything that I can in the description box down below. That way, if you are also in the fall mood, you can get your hands on those things if you so choose. But I've got my bins ready over here. Let's go ahead and see what's inside. Now, I've only opened these bins once just to get out this fall candle here. I love the fall tones. They just look so good in here, especially with the new wall color. But let's start on bin number 1. This one is super simple. This one is actually something that I use all year round for whenever I'm hosting things. I just love having a table runner, something to just give the table a little bit of something, a little bit of interest and texture. And this is it. It's just a beautiful sort of green textured striped table runner, and then it does have some fringe on the ends there. This is from Hobby Lobby. This was from their fall line a couple years ago. Not sure if it's still available or not, but I will have it linked if it is. Next, we're going to be getting into some pumpkins. I did quite a few pumpkin DIYs last year. I can also have those videos linked down below. But I really wanted to create this fairy tale pumpkin sort of pile of pumpkins, pumpkin patch, just very organic fall look, if that makes sense. So I have just a few of them. I think there are a couple more once we get farther in. But these ones I got from Hobby Lobby. They used to be, I think, maybe white, but I wanted to incorporate those really beautiful fall tones, really rich and neutral, very warm. We have this cute little one. I love the stem on this one. It's just a really pretty burgundy, and we went in and we created some depth to really make them look like fairy tale, very organic pumpkins. This one is a little more simple in shape and a little bit of a different color. We have this sort of mustardy brown orange color. This one is a little bit different. I'm gonna find more. I made more of those DIY ones that I can share with you in a little bit here. I'm just not sure exactly where they are. This one I got from Hobby Lobby a couple years ago. It used to be a very boho looking pumpkin. You can see the texture on it. It's kind of maybe a jute sort of pumpkin. It sort of looked like it was made of straw or just a very organic material, and I actually used some gel stain that you would use for wood because I thought the sort of wicker material would really soak up the gel stain really well, and it really did. Next up is a really fun DIY pillowcase. I really love anything that has a lot of texture. You're gonna realize that in pretty much every season, especially in the fall and winter season. I really love to bring in those cozy, warm textures. And I found this sort of burnt orange corduroy. It's coming off a little bit more burgundy on camera, but you can sort of see that texture. It's so beautiful. I love the way that it feels, and I just made it into this pillowcase that we can mix in with things. It's a lumbar size. I'm trying to remember where I found this fabric. I don't remember. I'm wondering if it's Joann's, but Joann's is closed now, which is really sad. But if you can get your hands on some really beautiful fabric, making your own pillowcases is, first of all, a lot cheaper. It's also just so much easier to switch out your pillows for all the different seasons. Oh, and I do have 2 of them just to make sure I can spread out all of the orange colors. Next up is another pillowcase. This one I can actually link for you. It is an Amazon find. This is one of, well, it probably is my favorite fall pillow cover situation. So it's in that same color palette that we were just looking at with the other pillowcases, except it has this beautiful, intricate sort of floral detail to it. This looks beautiful. I usually will style it on our black chair, and the contrast of it is so pretty. It really just brings in that fall touch to that chair. It also has a zipper to it, so you can wash it, you can spot clean it, whatever you want to do. And I want to say these are like 20 to 22, maybe even like $24 per pillowcase. So it's a little bit of an investment, but it's really well made. And I love this. I'm always thinking about getting another one because I love it so much. Now we are getting into some fall stems. I love looking for stems, greenery pieces. I tend to go for faux or dried. I have a little bit of both just because they last all season long. And if you're like me, I decorate for fall just a little bit earlier than the average person. These ones are so beautiful. I don't think these are even technically in the fall section. I don't think they've ever been part of Hobby Lobby's fall line or anything like that. Kind of like their secondary floral section, if I remember correctly. Looks like I have about 6 of them. I may have more in my bins. But they're this really beautiful, almost baby's breath, Queen Anne's lace, sort of burgundy stem, and I just think they're so natural looking. I also love the height of them. I don't usually find stems that are this short. It's perfect for a small vase, and just a little bunch of them. It looks so pretty, styled for the fall time. I'm also really picky about my burgundies and my greens. I am a stickler for them. There are certain tones and certain undertones that I really like in them. These check that box. They are so perfect. They don't have any of that sort of purple hue to them. They're very warm, and I just love this. It goes with all the other tones that we have going on. So these are a really good stem. Another stem that I really love is this faux eucalyptus stem. Now the reason I have faux stems is actually for 2 reasons. My mom is actually allergic to actual eucalyptus, so we can never have that in our home. 2, I feel like whenever I see the real sort of like dried out ones, they're that purpley undertone that I personally don't really like. So this is perfect. This was from, I believe, Target, from the Hearth and Hand line, and it's like this really big bunch. I love how it's not all of this like burgundy sort of muted red color, but there's also brown mixed in it. And I love how it also comes in a bundle and makes it super easy just to pop in a vase or anything like that. And it just adds a really beautiful pop of color to your space. So these are a staple I will never be getting rid of. I have a couple of mini pumpkins. I'm gonna find those all throughout. I have a bunch of different like textures and colors. This one's like that burnt orange sort of, what do you call this? Like a burlap pumpkin. This I actually think came from like Dollar Tree or something like that. And then quite a few years back I made a few like DIY ones with some fabric. Those are just easy to like fill in little spaces with. I do think I am gonna part ways with this one. Just not a big fan of it. It looks kind of cheap in my opinion. This one is also a little bit more on the cheesy side. It's like one of our only Halloween decorations. We're not like big Halloween people because we're all sort of like grown up. We don't really do much or anything for Halloween, but this is just something that we always bring out, just like a little lantern with some sort of like bat silhouettes on there. And then there's a candle inside, and I believe, yeah, it sort of like glows. So kind of fun, just fun to bring out a few things for Halloween. And if we want to stay on that trend, this is like the other Halloween decoration that we will bring out every year. We got it from a garage sale one year, I believe, and it's just like this wooden pumpkin thing with a little ghost. So you gotta have some of those fun things mixed in with the very like classy aesthetic ones. So something that I like to decorate with a lot in our kitchen, which I feel like is something that you don't really see people decorate with. It's not something that I've really ever seen any other creators also decorate with, but we have this Indian corn. It's really big. The stalks are really big. We got this from my uncle quite a few years ago. It's really pretty. It's got lots of texture in it, lots of different colored kernels, very warm toned. It really goes with the theme. Then we just have a few more pumpkins, a couple other like fall candles. I have quite a few. This one is Falling Leaves. It's a Sonoma candle. Smells really good. I believe I got it from Kohl's if I remember correctly. Then this is the lid to our wood wick candle. That one might be in the cabinet somewhere. So I have a couple pine cones, a few more pumpkins, and then a couple more things to share with you. These are some of my favorite decorations ever. I love them so much. So these are acorns. I can't remember what they're exactly made of. They're made of some sort of stone. They're really heavy and they're just so beautiful. They almost give like that cement look, but it's very rustic with this brown part at the top. That part might be wooden, but it also might be stone as well. And it came with a set of 3. I believe I got this from TJ Maxx. If I can find them, I can link them. These are the types of things that I love to look for when I go to like TJ Maxx and Home Goods. I love that you can find really, really unique pieces at like a sort of chain of stores. So definitely go to HomeGoods or TJ Maxx if you're looking for some really unique pieces. It's definitely on my list to go to HomeGoods. For me, HomeGoods is a little bit of a drive, so I like to make it sort of like a day trip. I'm hoping the next video that you see is actually going to be a fall shop with me where I take you guys to a few stores like HomeGoods, and going through like all of this decor is really helping me to narrow down the things that I want to be on the lookout for and just some things to add into my collection. And lastly, in this bin, I share these every single year. They make me so happy. They're so cute and they're really fun to style with. Mini artwork for all the different seasons is an absolute must for me. It's just perfect for filling in any little spaces that you have when you're doing any shelf styling, any sort of cabinet styling, or you can just hang them on the wall. They're so cute. So this is actually hand painted by my great grandmother. Her name was Grace. This was from 1979, and she just framed all of her little pieces of artwork. And a lot of our family, we all have just a handful of some of her paintings, and I just think that is so fun. Something that I would personally really love to do someday, but this is just a really fun fall piece to mix in. So that was just our first bin of decor. We have one more bin to go through. I'm already feeling really good about how everything is coming together. Definitely have a couple things that I think are on my list. Okay, bin number 2. This one isn't as full as the other one, but I already see some good things. I forgot about those, so that's fun. So first, oh, they're a little brittle. So first up, I see these dried hydrangeas. These are very brittle. They are very, very delicate. I think I need to figure out a better way to store them because there are little hydrangea leaves all over this little bin, but we can worry about that another day. These are just, they're so beautiful because they're dried, because they're real. They look so realistic and really just bring in that organic feel. And I just love the way that these look. They have a lot of texture. They bring in that beautiful sort of mustardy yellow color that I love. So we're going to be very gentle with that. If you guys have any ideas on how you store any sort of dried florals, specifically hydrangeas, please let me know in the comments below because they have made quite a mess. Next up, we have some more stems. Now, personally, I really love, for all the different seasons, especially fall, to bring in lots of stems. I really love the organic texture of them, and florals just make me so happy. These are no exception. I believe these are also from Hobby Lobby. These are the ones that I forgot that I had. So I have 3 branches here, but I can show you one up close. They almost look like mini pine cones. They're really deep, sort of brown color, and then the rest of the leaves on them sort of look like little olive stems or little olive leaves. I think it's so beautiful. These are really fun to put in like a lighter colored vase. You might be able to see them better over here. Because they just add so much contrast, I really love to put these in a vase because they can add so much height to an arrangement. I believe I actually put these in that jug last year, that little antique jug, and it just, again, adds in a lot of height. And I put it on an end table. It can sort of stand on its own because it's a very structured flower, but you can also put other things with it or just other pieces of decor as well. For another beautiful pop of color, these are a little bit more saturated. I also found these at Hobby Lobby. They come in a burgundy color as well. I believe they had a little bit of like a purpley undertone, which is why I didn't go for them. I love this little bundle, and I feel like it was really affordable for such a big bundle. Basically, I have it bent, but it's like a really thick stem, and then it just has a bunch that are in it. Again, super easy to style because of this quality. I love to style these in like an urn-like sort of vase, a really short one. I feel like it's just absolutely beautiful, and the color is gorgeous. They look really realistic. They look like, oh, I didn't even say what kind of flowers these were. These are mums, I believe. And I feel like mums are just quintessential for fall. This is just like the perfect fall floral. Up next, we have another sweet little piece of artwork from my great grandma. This one has a little red barn in it, and then a bunch of yellow trees and leaves, and this one is in a little bit of a different color frame. I'm literally obsessed with like all of her little miniature art pieces. And this was the other DIY pumpkin I was looking for. This is the really big one. This one I believe is like the paper mache one, where the other ones were like these white sort of styrofoam ones. So again, this is really pretty. You can sort of see all the details. We put a lot of speckles on it, added a lot of depth into all of the little crevices and things just to make it look like a beautiful fairy tale pumpkin. And I think I will be bringing back my little pumpkin patch that I did last year, but I think putting it in a different spot, that way I can do a little bit more of like a different styling moment over in this corner because that's where that used to be. Here's something that I can get rid of. Not sure why I still have this. I probably should have gotten rid of it last year, but I wonder if it just ended up in here somehow. This is just a little gingham pillowcase. It's got pom-poms on it. That's the main reason why I'm not keeping it, but I feel like this doesn't go with that like moody fall feel that we're going for. So we're decluttering a few things. Speaking of things to declutter, this is a little sad. Like I said, we have very few Halloween decorations. This was like a little house that we made out of popsicle sticks. It's actually very like impressive for just being out of popsicle sticks and like a bunch of hot glue. We made this quite a few years ago. If you watched last year's video, I discovered that it was broken and we didn't reach for it last year. So unfortunately, I think I'm gonna have to say goodbye to this, even though it's so cute. Like it just has that like sentimental, very nostalgic type feel to it. I don't think we're gonna be able to fix it. Here's another wall. And like I said, very, very impressed that as children, we made this cute little house and it was always so fun to just like bring out for Halloween. Now up next, I may actually have to clean out these bins because they are getting quite messy, if you will. A lot of dried florals all over the place. These ones are another one. Yes, these ones are at Hobby Lobby, sort of over in their secondary like floral section, kind of towards the side of the store. Again, these have a lot of texture, very realistic, obviously, bring in that really beautiful sort of mustardy, burnt orange, brown color that I really love. I also have like some wheat in here. This is a little bit more like boho, and this is like very like yellowy straw looking. So I have a bunch of these in this box that I probably should get rid of. I don't use them. Whenever I did use them and I put them out, my dad would always like make fun of me because I bought this and we live in Michigan, like out in the country. I could have easily just gone and picked some wheat and not spend my money on actual wheat. But anyway, we're gonna get rid of those. A couple more things to share with you. This is one of the really good ones. I love this candle. So this is also Hobby Lobby. I got this a couple years ago. It is the Heartland Harvest wood wick candle. This one has, which I believe Heartland Harvest is actually the name of the scent, if I remember correctly. Really don't know. But the notes are citrus zest, cinnamon, brown sugar, sweet vanilla, and maple syrup drizzle. And like I said, it does have a wood wick. So this is super pretty. I also just love the sort of like gilded texture on it. I love the very simple type of vessel for it. When there's so much color in all of the other decor pieces, I feel like something like this is perfect to pair with it. And also it just sounds so cozy when you light it. And lastly, I do have some fall prints. Now this year we don't have the gallery wall that we used to have up on this wall over here. We have a big painting, a big frame that I found. So I do want to make a big piece of art for that, but I did want to hold on to the actual like fall prints themselves because I do have frames and things that I like to put prints inside of, and I'd love to incorporate that in any way that I can. So I'll just show you a few of them. I got them off of Etsy. I can have them linked down below. But I love these prints because I feel like it just like perfectly sums up my style for fall. A little bit moody, but also has those pops of color in it. Browns, beiges, just like all the beautiful colors I personally really love for this season. So here are just a couple of them. This one is super pretty, a little bit more red. Very organic, very simple. This one's very similar, just like a cute little path with a bunch of fall colors. These also remind me a lot of those little pieces of artwork as well, which I really love. And this one's similar but different. This was just like a bunch of trees. Again, just like a lot of those very moody tones, and that's definitely what I want to go for in here. It doesn't look like it because it's cloudy. The sun's been coming in and out throughout the video, but this is a pretty bright room when the sun is shining in, so I really love to bring in those really deep tones, add in that contrast and just like the moodiness for the new season. So I've got some tidying to do. I've got some thinking to do on things that I want to pick up this year. Let me know in the comments below if there's anything that I am missing. I actually might be missing a couple things now that I think about it, because sometimes when I'm moving decor around and things, just certain things get put in other bins that they don't belong in. But for the most part, that is all of the fall specific decor that I have. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was really simple, really laid back. I hope that you found some pieces that you maybe want to pick up. There are a lot here that I really love to decorate with and really bring in that warm, organic feeling for the fall time, and I'm just excited to see what else is out there, do more research, and yeah, just continue to build our collection. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure again that you stay tuned. We're going to be doing some fall shopping coming up next, and then after that it's actually going to be time to decorate this space. It should be put back together. Right now it's a little bit haphazard because of all the painting. We just have to put everything back in its place, but I'm excited to decorate with you guys and see how this is all going to come together for yet another fall season. But thank you guys so much for spending some time with me on my channel today, and I will see you in my next video. Bye you guys.